With so many limited series to pick from, you want to make sure you're watching the most intriguing ones, and these hidden gem miniseries need more love. There have been so many excellent miniseries on streaming platforms in the past few years, whether you want an adaptation of a true crime story, a shocking thriller, or a historical series. While the most incredible horror miniseries are beloved by many, some other shows with only a handful of episodes haven't been talked about as much as they should. From a creepy story about a devil-loving cult to a western with a big Hollywood star, these miniseries are top-notch, and you'll get through them quickly. True Story, 2021. Kid, Kevin Hart, in a scene from True Story. You won't want to know too much about True Story beforehand, and it's not discussed as much as other miniseries that tell thrilling tales or feature shocking action. But the premise of two brothers who have to save each other and themselves one night is compelling, and these 7 episodes are an entertaining watch. The best stories about siblings ensure they're different from each other and put them in a wild situation that upsets their typical dynamic or brings up trauma. In this case, Carlton, Wesley Snipes, is the sibling who always messes up, and he's hanging out with his famous comedian actor brother kid, Kevin Hart. The miniseries asks how well family members can really know each other, and while True Story is not as beloved as other thrillers, you'll likely be thoroughly invested in this sibling relationship. Devil in Ohio, 2022. May, Madeline Arthur, and Suzanne, Emily Deschanel, in Devil in Ohio. Adapted from the novel of the same name by Doria Pauloton, this Netflix miniseries features a gripping performance from Emily Deschanel in the role of Dr. Suzanne Mathis, who comes across a strange teenager, May, Madeline Arthur. The story becomes more complicated when you learn that May was in a cult that worships the devil. The show will appeal to horror fans searching for a creepy story, as it cleverly moves between flashbacks and present-day scenes. You get a feel for May's disturbing experiences and how she's coping now that she's in the real world. Arthur does a great job playing May, whom you want to sympathize with because she's clearly had a hard time, but she's a layered character since she also seems dangerous. The Survivors, 2025. Jeff Mallett, Ian Bliss, in a scene from The Survivors. This 6-episode miniseries from Australia flew under the radar when it was released in June 2025 and has a terrifying premise about the aftermath of a disturbing accident. Kieran Elliott, Charlie Vickers, is still coping with losing friends 15 years prior, and with every scene, the actor ensures you feel his pain and how this tragedy has affected his mental health. The setting of the seaside town of Evelyn Bay, Tasmania, is both beautiful and eerie since you know the terrible incident that happened over a decade ago. Sometimes, there are so many shows released in the same month on Netflix that not all of them get the press they deserve, and The Survivors should definitely be seen by more people. A Very English Scandal, 2018. Hugh Grant in A Very English Scandal. From the fantastic title to the great performance from Hugh Grant, A Very English Scandal is one of the greatest miniseries you might not have seen yet. The series tells the story of Member of Parliament Jeremy Thorpe, who moves through his political career in England while his former romantic interest Norman Joseph threatens him. It becomes intense and wild, and it's amazing to think that there are only 3 episodes since so much is packed into it. While of course any TV series is going to take some liberties with what really happened, this one does a fairly good job of sharing the important parts. Since it's such a quick watch, you can dive deeper into the real story afterward. A Murder at the End of the World, 2023. Darby, Emma Corrin, in A Murder at the End of the World. Britt Marling's short-lived series The OA has gotten more praise than her equally solid A Murder at the End of the World, which features a classic thriller premise of a murder taking place at a mysterious retreat. No matter how many murder mysteries or thrillers you watch with plucky main characters who can see puzzle pieces others can't, you'll still love Darby Hart, Emma Corrin. It's a shame she hasn't gotten the love that other intelligent crime drama protagonists have, from Mayor Sheehan on Mayor of Easttown to Jodie Foster's Liz Danvers on True Detective Season 4. Clive Owen is fantastic as the uber-wealthy Andy Ronson hosting the retreat, but the show is all about the compelling female leads. Since Darby is a hacker and true crime author, it's fascinating to observe how her mind works, and her dynamic with Lee Anderson, Marling, is fun and exciting as they try to crack the case. The English, 2022. Emily Blunt Outside of a Cabin in The English. Perhaps it got lost among other miniseries that came out that same year, from The Dropout to The Staircase, but this Prime Video series is a fun, fresh western with an incredible main performance. From the enticing and hopeful premise to getting the chance to watch Emily Blunt in a western, which is an impressive reminder that she's starred in almost every genre, The English is an action-packed treat. There are many new western shows that more people should talk about, and this one is right up there with them. While a show set in 1890 can sometimes feel dry or dull, and you can feel distant from the protagonist, Blunt's Lady Cornelia Locke is a determined woman who makes you feel the pain of the child she has lost.